can you tell us why
Okay.
did you choose to live in a van and how did it come about? Like, how is it even achievable? Because I think
Mm.
for a lot of people, it's a very daunting idea.
It is daunting. I mean, as I said, I've always been passionate about outdoors. I camped a lot when I was younger. I did a lot of sort of, we had like things in the UK, like Duke of Edinburgh, where you do challenges and you have to camp out for a certain amount of days and stuff like that and like sustain yourself. And I always loved those challenges.
Sorry, how many is that though?
The maximum was 5 days. Yeah, it's not like extreme. It's not like SOS, anything like that. But yeah, I suppose that sort of planted the seed, is what I mean. And then, not that back then I thought about this at all. Part of the thing was COVID. I was living in my flat in Edinburgh, working in my office, and then obviously working at home. And it was that sort of feeling of feeling cooped up. And I've always loved traveling. As I said, I like being in contact with nature. And I can't really remember if there was a key moment that came about, but as I said, I followed a lot of people on YouTube. I watched sort of these vlog style things of people traveling around their vans, even during COVID, even during lockdown, just being in their small spaces, but having that direct contact to nature and waking up in the morning and pulling your door open and just being in a forest or by the sea, whatever. I mean, that is the glamorous side of it. Of course, there aren't so many glamorous sides. I can't tell you exactly what brought it about, but I know that I'm passionate about having a smaller impact on the climate. So we have a diesel vehicle, but it runs on solar power. That's where all our internal electricity comes from. We use very little water. So, we have a limited size of tank. You have to be so conscious about how much water you're using. And although that all brings about a challenge, I like that. I like the fact that I know that I'm having as little impact as I can. And we sort of try and travel a bit with the seasons. So that's quite beneficial. Well, I say that we've just been in freezing cold Scotland, but we used hemp wool in the van to be as sustainable as possible, and it's worked out a dream so far. So I think I'm going off on a bit of a tangent, but yeah, it all started with a sort of passion for the outdoors, wanting to be in more connection with it, wanting to travel a bit more, wanting to have less impact, all of these things. My partner is Italian, I'm from the UK, so already we have like our families in different places and our friends in different places, and it's a way of sort of uniting all those factors. But I would say it's not as difficult as you might think. But yes, it is a sort of radical way of living if you're coming from living in a flat, working in a city, whatever. My dad's a builder. So, in terms of visualizing the build of the van, I did have a head start in that. And of course, he did offer his advice and his tools, but we did the build ourselves. And the reality is, it took 2 years. We had to work to make the money to then build for a month, and then we'd have to go back to work. And also, it's an old van. We couldn't afford a new van, so it was in a garage for like 2 months. So that is the reality. You see it now and it's all done and it's all, but actually it's not even all done. Like there are still things broken or moving or missing. But this kind of fun, I like the challenge of waking up in the morning and being like, right, okay, I've got to go and fix that before I can actually sit down to work or whatever. It's a nice personal challenge. And I don't know if I see it forever because, yeah, it is tiring, but it's fun for now. And like right now, I'm parked right outside the beach. And maybe when we finish this, I'll go and jump in the sea. So, yeah, what a luxury, really. I'm very, very lucky. I'm grateful to be doing
Amazing.
this.